Hello everyone. The point of discussion in this lecture is correlation analysis. In this particular lecture, we are going to cover the concept of correlation, its various formula which we use depending upon the nature of the problem, or we can say the nature of the data set given in the question. So based on that, we need to calculate the correlation. So some examples I'm going to explain that how do we solve the problems related to the correlation coefficient. So let's begin with this lecture on correlation. So first and foremost, we will go through with the concept of correlation, that what does this correlation means. A coefficient of correlation is a statistical summary of the degree and direction of relationship or association between two variables. Means in a very simple manner, we can say that whenever we have two variables, suppose the variables are x and y, or we can have a and b, or anyone, in to check the relationship or the association between these two variables, we apply the method of correlation. Based on that, we can find out whether they are strongly related with each other or they are weakly related with each other. So this concept, and specifically we are going to discuss the various formulas or the coefficient of correlation calculation given by the Karl Pearson in year 1896. Means the formula of Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation was given by Karl Pearson in year 1896. So here these are the certain formulas, some of the formulas which we use to analyze the data for measuring the correlation coefficient. So the first method is direct method. The second method is shortcut method. In direct method itself, we have two formulas. The one is type 1 and the second one is type 2 formula. So we will discuss one by one these two of the formulas. So we go with the first one, which is the type 1 formula, that this method is used when given variables are small in magnitude. Means suppose we have a data set, suppose x variable values are 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, or y variable data set is suppose 10, 12, 15, 19, 18. In that manner, if we have a small magnitude, then we can apply this formula of correlation. As you can see here, the formula is r equal small r, because we denote the correlation coefficient by small r. So we can use this symbol also. So here r equal n is number of items, or we can say the number of grouped data, because we have x and y variable. So how many groups are there? Suppose 10 variables, 10 number of data, 12 number of data. So that will be the n, or we can say the number of items. Sigma xy, the values are there. X and y, we will multiply them and we will get the value of sigma xy. Then minus sigma x into sigma y. Means individually we will also do the summation of x and y variable values, divided by under root n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square, and another under root we have n sigma y square minus sigma y square. So this is a direct formula to calculate the correlation. The second formula is, it is the formula to find out r. The formula can effectively be used where x bar and y bar is not in fraction. Means in this particular formula we need to also calculate mean, while in the previous formula we were not calculating mean. But in this formula if we apply, we need to first and foremost, the first step will be to calculate the mean value of x variable and y variable. तो यहाँ जैसे हम देख सकते हैं कि फॉर्मूला आपका क्या है, सिग्मा एक्स वाई अपॉन अंडर रूट सिग्मा एक्स स्क्वायर इनटू सिग्मा y square. So these value we will calculate by way of deviation of x variable from its x bar. So that dx, or we can call it dx also, sigma xy, we can also call it dx dy upon sigma dx square into sigma y square. So these value we will calculate when we solve the numerical. So these are the various acronym and its mean is given in this particular slide. Now second formula, which is shortcut method. In this shortcut method, we need to calculate the deviations, as the figures, the formula to calculate coefficient of correlation is n multiplied by sigma dx dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy upon under root n sigma dx square minus sigma dx whole square multiplied by under root n sigma dy square minus sigma dy whole square. तो ये फॉर्मूला हम अप्लाई करते हैं when the data set is quite large and we cannot solve easily with the help of direct method where we have type 1 formula, type 2 formula, we feel some difficulty in applying those formulas, then we can also apply the shortcut method to calculate the Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation. So sigma dx equals sum of deviations of x series from its assumed mean, that we will call, means we can assume any mean from that x data set. We can calculate, or we can assume any mean from the y data set. We need to figure out the x minus ax, means assumed mean of x, and y minus ay, which is assumed mean of y. In that manner we can calculate the value of sigma dx and dy. फिर हमारे पास आता है sigma dx square. So what we need to do here, that we have to do the sum of squared deviation of x series from its assumed mean. So whatever value we have calculated here in the sigma dx, just we need to do the square of that value. Similarly, whatever we have calculated in the second step, which is sigma dy, we need to do the square. Then we need to also calculate the some multiplication of dx and dy, and we need to do the total also, so that we can get the value of sigma dx dy to be implemented in the given formula. And n, as I said, it is a number of pairs of x and y variables. Whatever is the number of pairs, we will take it as it is. So now we have the interpretation also. So these were the three formulas which we are going to use. We are going to show some example that how do we solve the questions. अब जो हमारा ये स्लाइड है, ये बताता है कि how do we interpret the derived value after calculation of correlation coefficient. तो जब भी आपकी correlation की वैल्यू अगर 0.9 से 1.00 के बीच में आती है, या अगर हम ब्रैकेट में देखें तो it is -0.9 to -1.00. So we can say if it is positive, then we can say it is high positive relationship between the variable x and y. But contrary to this, if the negative sign is there, तो हम कह सकते हैं कि there is a very high negative correlation among the variables. 0.7 to 0.9. If this is the threshold limit you are deriving by way of calculating the value, then we can say high positive or negative correlation depending upon the sign you get at the end. Then we have 0.5 to 0.7. If these are the coefficient of correlation, then we can say the moderate positive correlation exists between the variable. Then 0.3 to 0.5, then we can say there is a relationship exists, but it is low positive correlation or negative correlation depending upon the sign you are getting at the end of the solution. And the last one is 0.00 to 0.30. It means negligible correlation. What means relationship exists, but it is a negligible. And if the value is also 0.00, then we can also call it, or we can interpret it as a zero correlation between the x and y variable. These are the certain types of correlation. As you can see, on broadly we can divide the correlation based on the three aspects. The one is on the basis of degree of correlation, on the basis of number of variables, on the basis of linearity. So on the basis of degree of correlation, as we have studied in the previous slide also, that we had a positive or a negative coefficient of correlation. So we have positive correlation or negative correlation. Based on the number of variables, we have simple correlation, partial correlation, or multiple correlation. So simple correlation we will be discussing in this particular lecture. And the third one is on the basis of linearity. We have linear correlation or non-linear correlation. So these are the just to give you an idea that what are the various classification of correlation. So these are certain types based on three broader aspects as I discussed. Now go through with the example which are very much important and very easy to understand if you learn properly. So in this particular question, it is given that we need to calculate Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation between the age and weight of the children. So here in this question, as you can see, age in number of years is given and weight in kg is also given in this data set. So age are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the ages, and the weight of that aged baby is 3, 4, 6, 7, and 12. So let's draw the table. Here the table is as it is, as the data is given in the question itself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 3, 4, 6, 7, and 12. Now simply we need to apply the first formula which we had, that n sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y divided by under root n into sigma x square minus sigma x whole square multiplied by under root n sigma y square minus sigma y square. So this formula we are going to apply for calculating the coefficient of correlation. So here we need to calculate the value of sigma x, sigma y, sigma x square, sigma y square, and sigma xy. So simply do the summation to get the value of sigma x and y. We are doing it. The value is 15 sigma x, sigma y equal 32. Then we need to do the square of these values. So 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 2, 4, 3 into 3, 9. In that manner, we can get the value of x square. Y square, do the square of y variable, which is weight. 3 into 3, 9, 4 into 4, 16. In that manner, we get the value of y square. Do the summation. Sigma x square is the total is 55. Total of y square is 254. Now do the multiplication of xy. So 1 into 3, 3, 2 into 4, 8, 3 into 6, 18, 4 into 7, 28, 5 into 12, 60. Again, do the summation of all these xy value. You will get the value of sigma xy. It is 170. Therefore, now apply the values of these derived values in the formula. So n, as I said, the number of pairs are 5, as you can easily count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are the number of pairs we have of x and y variable. So we put the value of n, which is 5, multiply by sigma xy. Now sigma xy value is 117 in the table, so that we need to insert here, minus sigma x into sigma y. So sigma x value in the table itself is 15 and sigma y value is 32. So apply the same upon square root n sigma x square. N the value is 5, multiply by sigma x square. तो जो total था आपका x square का, it was 55. So we have applied it, minus सिग्मा x होल स्क्वायर. तो हमको x का जो होल स्क्वायर हमें करना है, मींस जो हमारी वैल्यू x की कितनी आई थी, 15 थी, तो वी नीड टू डू द स्क्वायर ओनली. इन द अनदर स्क्वायर अंडर रूट वी हैव n sigma y square. तो n is 5 multiplied by summation of y square, or we can call it sigma y square. 254 is given in the table. So 5 into 254 minus sigma y square. Sigma y value is 32. Do the square of this value, then you will get the 585 minus 480 divided by 275 minus 225 in square root under root. Then another under root we have 1270 minus 1024. So in that manner we can solve this equation, and the value of coefficient is here is 0.9467. So as per the table, as I have highlighted, that how do we interpret the value of coefficient of correlation, that if the value lies between 0.9 to 1, it means here the coefficient of correlation, or we can say that there is a very high degree, or we can say the very high positive correlation between the x and y variable, or we can say there is a very high positive correlation between year and age. I hope this question is clear to everyone. Now move to the second one, where we apply the type B formula of direct method. So here we need to calculate the coefficient of correlation between death and birth rate of the following data. So we have two variable, birth rate and death rate. So we again draw the table, x values and y values we have mentioned as it is as given in the question. Now we need to calculate the x. How do we calculate small x? We need to do the x minus x bar. So for getting the value of x bar, we need to calculate the value of mean of x variable and mean value of y variable. So first we do the summation of all x value. Here the total is 180 divided by number of items. So here as you can see the values are 6. So 180 divided by 6 we have 30. Death rate, which is denoted by y, again do the summation. The summation is sigma y equal 132 divided by number of items, or sigma x, the value is 6. The y bar equal 22. So we got both the means. Now apply the value. So x minus x bar we need to calculate first. Here 24 minus 30, it means minus 6 will be the value. Similarly 26 minus mean value of x, which is 30. 26 minus 30 minus 4. 32 minus 30 plus 2. 33 minus 30 3. 35 minus 30 5, and 30 minus 30, which is 0. So here we get the value of sigma x, which is equal to 0. Similarly calculate the value of y minus y bar, which is denoted by the small y. So we need to do 15 minus mean value of y, which was 22. So 15 minus 22, it is minus 7. 20 minus 22, it is minus 2. 22 minus 22 equals 0. In that manner we can calculate the value of small y, which is again 0. Now we need to do the square of these small x and y derived value. So 6, which was, now we do the first x square. So x value, the first one is 6. 6 into 6, 36. 4 into 4, 16. 2 into 2, 4. In that manner, we got the values of x square. Similarly, we can get the value of y square by doing the square of y value, which is minus 7 into minus 7, 49. Minus 2 into minus 2, 4. In that manner, we have calculated the value of y square. Do the summation, get the value of sigma x square. After totaling them, it is 90. Total the value of y square, it is sigma y square equal 86. Now we need to do the x multiply by y. So we do the multiplication of these value which we have derived by x minus x bar and y minus y bar respectively for x and y. So minus 6 into minus 7 equal 42. Minus 4 into minus 2, 8. 2 into 0, 0. In that manner, we have calculated the value of xy. Again, do the total of xy. Sigma xy equal 81. Now the formula to calculate this Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation was small r equal sigma xy upon under root sigma x square into sigma y square. Simply put the value. Sigma xy value, as you can see in the table, it is 81 divided by square sigma x square. Then it is 90 into 86. Simply we are inserting the value, nothing else we are doing. Just solve the equation, you will get the coefficient of correlation, which is 0.92. Again, it is highly positive relationship between birth rate and death rate. That is the interpretation of this particular output in this question. Now move to the third one, where again we need to calculate the coefficient of correlation between X series and Y series using Karl-Pearson method. We are doing the Karl-Pearson method practice only. So the third formula, which was shortcut method. So we will solve this question by shortcut method for your better understanding about this method, that how do we solve the question when it comes. So the values are given, as we can see X and Y values are there. We can count them, number of item we need to get, because n values are also required to input in the formula. So we can simply count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Means 8 pairs are there. So n value will be 8 when we compute the values. So here again draw the table. X and Y value we have inserted. Then we need to calculate the deviation from X. So here in this question we have assumed that assumed mean for X variable is 15. You can assume any mean. By assuming that mean, you can get the values as we are getting here. So in this question we are assuming that assumed mean for X variable is 15 and assumed mean for Y variable is 14. Now do the calculation. So the deviation from X, which we can calculate it by X minus assumed mean of X. मतलब हमको X value में से assumed mean जो हमने माना है, which is 15, we need to subtract it. So 14 minus 15 equal minus 1. 12 minus 15 equal minus 3. So in that manner, we get the value of dx. Do the square of this dx, which we have derived in the third column of the table. Minus 1 into minus 1, 1. Minus 3 into minus 3 equal 9. In that manner, we got the value of dx square. Do the summation, we get the value of sigma dx square equal 18. Similarly, we need to calculate the deviation from y. For that, as we have assumed mean of y, which is 14 in this data set, so y minus y bar means y minus ay. It is 13 minus 14 minus 1, 11 minus 14 minus 3, 10 minus 14 minus 4, 15 minus 14 1. In that manner, we got the value of dy, deviation from y. Do the summation, the value is sigma dy equal minus 8. Now dy square, again as we did dx square, we need to square the value of dy. Minus 1 into minus 1, 1. Minus 3 into minus 3, 9. Minus 4 into minus 4, 16. In that manner, we got the value of dy square. So here the sigma dy square equal total of dy square, which is 62. Now do the multiplication of dx and dy. Now simply, as the dx value, the first one is minus 1, dy value is minus 1. Do the multiplication, value is 1. Minus 3 into minus 3, the value is 9. Minus 1 into minus 4, value is 4. So in that manner, by multiplying dx and dy value, we get the value of sigma dx and dy square. Now, as the formula is there, we need to input these value simply. So n, as I said, number of pairs in the very starting, it was 8, as we can count them easily. Number of pairs are 8, multiply by sigma dx dy. So sigma dx dy, which is in the end column of the table, we get it, it is 6, minus sigma dx into sigma dy. So here the value of sigma dx is 0, and multiply by sigma dy, the dy value is minus 8, upon is under root n sigma dx square, n equal 8 we have inserted, multiply by sigma dx square, as we have got the value in the table itself. The value of sigma dx square is 18, minus sigma dx whole square. Dx is 0, so it will be 0, 0 whole square, multiply by under root n, n is 8, multiply by sigma dy square. Sigma dy square value in the table is 62, minus sigma dy whole square. So the value is minus 8. So we have inserted simply in the formula. So by solving this particular equation, we get that the R equal, or the coefficient of correlation in this question is 0.19. So again, go back to the table to check what is the interpretation of this value. If the value, we can go through with the last one, that the value when it comes 0.00 to 0.30, it means there is a negligible correlation between the variables. Similarly, we can easily interpret that because the coefficient of correlation, Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation is 0.19, so we can say that there is a negligible correlation between x and y variable. So this is the interpretation for this particular question. So I hope this concept of correlation, direct method, shortcut method are clear to everyone. For more videos related to the business statistics, please subscribe my YouTube channel, which is Management Study by Anirudh Vijay. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you.